Thanks for the traffic report, guys. Now, welcome back to Little Brother. It's 6:16 on day 63. Still to come, stand up. Eddie Caddy talks hecklers and secret tasks, plus what really went on when old Quiffhead held a dinner party for some ex-housemates. But first, here's Emma avec the news.
So, after the dust had settled following yesterday's nasty nominations, Josie decided to regret her decision to nominate JJ, as she revealed to John James last night at 7:19.
I wish you'd have spoken to me about it beforehand.
I weren't allowed.
You could have spoken about how you were going to do it, maybe.
I didn't know how I was going to do it. I wish I could replay the day and do something else.
Nothing you do or nothing you say will take the guilt away.
Then at 9:51 last night, Dave joined a long list of Big Brother housemates who expressed a desire to leave the Big Brother house. Don't do it, Dave. Nobody likes a walker.
I just think that some of the treatment that I get is really, really unjust and unfair. I just think you don't want me in here. You're trying to squeeze me out through the back door. If you don't want me in here, I'll go.
Dave, you may feel that you're being persecuted by Big Brother, but rest assured Big Brother is not persecuting you. Do you accept that you broke the rules regarding nominations?
I accept that I broke the rules, but I also see that other people are breaking exactly the same rules and their punishment is not the same as what I would get.
Dave, this is not the case.
Okay, I'm ready to leave.
Oh, Dave, we've heard it all before. Right, at 10:20 this morning, housemates found out what this week's shopping task entails. It's got an equestrian theme, so the horsemates will have plenty to neigh about it.
Mates will pair off and become pantomime horses, competing in a series of horsey events.
Hello, Tony, the curvilicious and most bootylicious horse in the whole of BB World, best served with horseradish.com. How are you?
We're galloping mad, aren't we?
We are.
Front hoof on yellow. Front right hoof on yellow. Go. Come on over, Joe. Come on over. The bomber needs to come over just a little bit. Just come over. Let me just lead you. Yeah. That's it there. That's glorious.
And finally, at 1:15 this afternoon, the Tree of Temptation struck on another victim in the form of cheeky Sam Pepper.
A little bird tells me you'd do anything to get Dave his message for his kids. Well, I can sort it if you do something for me. In my drawers is a cheese board full of loads of stinking, minging cheese. I want you to grab some and take it into that bog over there and smear as much as you can under your armpits. I'm the Tree of Temptation, and you're going to be the Brie of Temptation. You've got to totally honk out that horse costume, and you're not allowed to wash for the rest of the day.
Oh, cheese-tastic. Look, it's right there. I get so nervous in here that they're going to see me. Right, to find out all the finer details of this week's shopping task and to find out how the housemates are getting on with it, then trot on over to channel4.com/Big Brother.
So, despite not doing an ounce of cooking whilst in the house, somehow Ben thought it was a wise idea to hold a dinner party last night for Shabby, Sunshine and Laura. He chose part-time Laura over me. Oh, that's bad form, old boy, bad form. Take a look at this. After slumming it with the commoners in the house, Ben's back to his Marylebone mansion and tonight he's having some old friends around for supper. First impressions of Ben's flat, it looks like Tutankhamun's granddad's house. Nice caftan. Ooh, Ben's organ. Bet there's a lot of tinkling here with his gold finger. But back to the food. First up, it's Shirley Sea Bassey. For your pies only. And toffee pudding. Get it? No. Oh, anyway. And for the vegan contingency, cornflakes. Ben's first guest is Squatter Shabby, his arch-enemy in the house. This'll be fun.
Very nice to see you. This is very strange.
This is a complete trip.
Next, sporting a fashionable mini hat, it's Sunshine. Don't sing, just don't sing. And finally, it's, I'm sure, I recognise her from some... So, to dinner.
So, Sunshine, What on earth have you been doing since you left the house?
I'm back at medical school in a couple of weeks, and I'm also an agony aunt now.
What, you're giving other people advice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Calm down, love.
So, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you, Ben. Just my mum's gone on holiday. I've been looking after the cat.
Ooh, it's all glamour, Laura. Moving swiftly on.
Shabby, now Kiva's gone, would you still want to go back into the house?
Well, you know what, Ben? That's a very interesting question, that is. Probably not. I mean, you know, most of the people I really dug have kind of
Oh,
left.
that's my pager. It's the hospital. Someone's, got ill.
Obviously disappointed with the lack of crisps on the menu, Sunshine is the first to make a swift exit.
I mean, this proper had the potential to be really awkward, man. And you're very nice outside of that house, actually.
I'm a bit better, aren't I?
Oh, guys, I'm having such a good time here. I really loved meeting you again.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna...
Do we have another walker here?
To the toilet. Not going anywhere.
Yeah, right, love, we've heard that one before.
Hello, Laura.
I'd like to leave.
Big Brother understands. Please leave by the door to your left.
Just Shabby left, who has her feet firmly under the table.
So, Shabby, what time have you booked your taxi for?
Well, the thing is, Ben, I'm not going anywhere. I live here now.
Right.
Talk about the odd couple.
Now, apparently Sunshine and Laura ended up partying with Ben till 3 a.m. Thanks for the invite, guys. So, on the 4th of September, our next guest will follow in the footsteps of power players like Prince and Madonna and perform in front of 20,000 people at London's O2 Arena. I'm guessing knock-knock jokes aren't going to cut it. Please welcome comedian Eddie Caddy, everybody. Eddie. Right, brother. Yes. Eddie. Lovely to have you here, sir.
Good to be here, George.
What are you making of the house this year?
Do you know what? I love it. This might just be my favourite because I've discovered so many new things just watching these contestants.
Really?
Literally.
What kind of things?
24 box set. Just because of Andrew,
Oh, right.
I'm into
You're
my
into
24.
Jack
Jack
Bauer now.
all the way.
Jack Bauer, right,
Not
okay.
quite. I've seen Jack Bauer, not quite Andrew-like.
No.
But, you know...
Yeah. He does all right. Yeah, you know, he does all right. And Dave thinks they're all weirdos. He's saying they're all weirdos in the house. Do you reckon that's
Dave,
fair enough?
We're talking about Dave here.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I
pretty
mean?
weird
We're
himself.
talking about Dave he's slightly confused at the end of the day. But, you know, once you get bored after a while, everyone turns into weirdos. I'm watching them more and thinking, ooh, once you come back out,
and
E.T.
It's going to be tough for him, basically.
Yeah, they're not
do you get any material from watching the Big Brother?
Yes, you know what? One thing I watched yesterday when you saw Joe and Josie talking about JJ after they interviewed him, asking him about, you know, what's your situation with relationships? And he sat there saying, you know what, I've cheated a few times, and they weren't too happy about that. And next minute he's there saying, but you know what, now I've changed my mind, I'm only going to be with one woman. After 2 seconds, that little quote made the ladies just go absolutely crazy. Like, oh, my God, do you know what? He's a lovely lad now.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, he's fantastic. Yesterday was arrogant. Today is a bit of a cheat. 2 seconds later, he's amazing. That's women for you.
I know, they're fickle, aren't they?
Oh,
they're
most
fickle,
definitely.
lady.
They're going to get what's coming to them, you know? That's what I'm saying.
Now, you do an array of characters in your stand-up shows, right?
Yes, I do.
Which one do you think would fit best into the house?
I know Mr. Take Two. Mr. Take Two is an African superstar, movie star, who's come over to the UK. You know, they've given him some fantastic roles. He's the guy who does the part in EastEnders. Have you heard that part?
Which bit?
He's also got a fantastic role in Emmerdale. Have you heard that in Emmerdale?
So
yes.
He's your man for theme tunes,
I reckon we can
basically.
get him inside the Big Brother house and he could be the diary room, you know, with Andrew come to the Big Brother house. And once you have all the transition, shoo, ching, 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 that will work.
Right, that will work.
That will work.
What's he called? Two takes?
He said take two because he does everything in two takes. Yeah.
Now, you have a kind of a freestyle Q&A at the beginning of your shows.
Yes.
How do you deal with hecklers when you're on there?
Well, this is the thing, George.
Yeah.
For me, hecklers are like, you know, they just want to be stars. They want to be comedians. They want to get on stage. And I kind of see myself as a Jimmy Savile for hecklers. You know, like, Eddie will fix it.
Right,
so
okay.
I get hecklers on stage. I understand them. You know, they're looking for attention. Get them on stage and make them feel special. You know, just shove... Imagine you're a heckler. You'd be a heckler. So I'm there doing my show.
Eddie, you're rubbish. Eddie, you're rubbish.
Oh, who we got here? Is that George? Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Eddie will fix it, George. You got something to say? Come on, George. Come on stage. Here's the mic, George. What you got to say?
No, I don't want,
Come on,
don't
George.
want to do it.
They're all
Eddie's not
watching you now.
rubbish. Eddie's
You've
not
got
rubbish.
the mic now, George.
How do you think
Come
you
on,
get?
George.
How do you think?
George.
How do you think you get on with Sam Pepper, Eddie?
Oh, Sam Pepper. You know what? Sam needs a dummy. I call him Big. He is the original Big Brother's little brother. He is the man. You know, he's just that baby that runs around. You know, the brother that annoys you, but you love. You know, he just needs a dummy. Just put it in his mouth.
Just boom, straight in the mouth, yeah.
Bam. and it's done.
Right, OK. And I hear that Andrew's your favourite housemate. Is that just because of the Jack Bauer thing?
You know, it's because of the Jack Bauer thing, and also yesterday when they did the space invasion thing, that was, for me, the commentaries were classic.
He's actually, I mean, he's an interesting guy, Andrew, because he's very shy and retiring, but a lot of people think there's a bit more to him than he kind of meets the eye.
There is. I mean, we're not sure. A lot of people are saying if he's lost it or he hasn't lost it. I heard he had the conversation with Sammy, and Sammy's like, everyone's talking about your virginity, and what's going on with that? And he's like,
well, the watermelon, surely, I mean, that's got to count, doesn't it?
You know, so not sure about that. But the thing is, he was in that, when he won the task, and they gave him all those ladies. That changed it.
He was loving it, wasn't he?
Did you see the walk after they came? Where he was
and he was strutting. Eddie, lovely. We've run out of time, mate. Eddie Caddy, everybody. Wonderful man. Good luck with the show.
Join us tomorrow at 6 o'clock on E4, where we'll be chatting to housemate turned daytime TV star Alison Hammond, plus Zig and Zag will be feeling the cookie love when BB9's Catreo is with them.
To keep up to date with all the latest house news, head over to the website and make sure you catch the main show tonight, 10 p.m. on Channel 4. Before we go, Eddie is going to play us out. It's take two. Sing it out, baby.